So a lot of folks are concerned that Puerto Rico is in terrible shape and Donald Trump's too obsessed with the NFL. Let me give you an update on Puerto Rico. The mayor of San Juan said just yesterday, we've been canvassing one by one all of our elderly homes, finding our elderly, and I'm not kidding, we had to transfer 11 of them in near-death conditions, no food, no water, no electricity, and really the sanitary conditions were deplorable. HuffPost goes on to explain hospitals and care centers for the disabled are running out of diesel, Cruz added, that's the mayor of San Juan. Certain hospital patients, Reuters reported, have been evacuated to the US, but others await an uncertain fate as generators fail. So things are in horrible condition there. Already 16 people have died in Puerto Rico alone. And there are 10,000 people in shelters as we speak. Diesel fuel sent to Puerto Rico from the US is 124,000 gallons because they need that for the generators. Otherwise, people's lives are endangered in the hospitals and other places. People in potential danger if a dam in Puerto Rico fails is 70,000 people in very significant life-threatening danger. But remember, power and communication is out throughout the island, so they might not even know it. And you're seeing pictures there, and you're not going to be surprised after the pictures to find out that 80% of the crops have been damaged, and there's been $780 million lost in agricultural yields. And what has Donald Trump's response been? Well, he tweeted these bizarre tweets a little while ago. He said, Texas and Florida are doing great, but Puerto Rico, which was already suffering from broken infrastructure and massive debt, is in deep trouble. Why would you phrase it that way? Look, I don't think he's doing it consciously, but I think he thinks, Puerto Ricans, they were already in debt. They were already a mess. Texas and Florida are doing great. Just go help them. You're the president. Yes, Puerto Rico is a United States territory. He got heat for all these tweets. I'll tell you his reaction in a second, but let me give you the other two. He said, its old electrical grid, which was in terrible shape, was devastated. Much of the island was destroyed with billions of dollars owed to Wall Street and the banks, which sadly must be dealt with. Food, water, and medical are top priorities and doing well, #FEMA. Like, do you think that he's bringing up the Wall Street debt as a hey, that's outrageous that Wall Street has got them over a barrel here when they're suffering? Or that, hey, Puerto Rico has different rules for how to handle their debt than the rest of the United States of America, and that's fundamentally unfair. First of all, there's no way he even knows that. No, it appears that in the context of those tweets, he's saying they already owed all this money to Wall Street. These Puerto Ricans, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. But he can't have sympathy or empathy for anyone he doesn't associate with. And so I don't know if that's look, some people are not gonna wanna call that racist, but that's fine. You can call it whatever you like, but he has empathy for people who look like him and who are in his circles. And more than even racial, which in this case I think there's plenty of that going on here. And you can make your own judgment call on it or not. I'm giving you all the facts here. But it's like he said about his cabinet. He said, look, I put rich people in my cabinet. I don't want poor people in my government. Because he thinks rich people are successful and good people. Poor people, they owe money to Wall Street. You owed money to Wall Street. He went bankrupt 6 different times. But he thinks, no, that's okay. I've always been among the rich. So I'm a good guy and others, they're not winning. They're not winning, they're a mess. He's in essence calling them a mess here. And of course, with no sense of self and irony or any of that stuff, to know that he actually was known as the king of debt. But of course, his daddy bailed him out over and over again, and apparently at one point, so did the Russians. So I guess he thinks that's okay, as long as maybe he's gonna call the Russians and get them to help Puerto Rico. Anyway, since he took a lot of criticism for that, he put out a statement later today saying, no, Puerto Rico, quote, is very important to me. And Puerto Rico, the people are fantastic people. I grew up in New York, so I know many people from Puerto Rico. I know many Puerto Ricans, and these people are great people, and we have to help them. The island is devastated. Some of my best friends are Puerto Ricans. I mean, I lived in New York. I mean, they're not really my friends, but I saw Puerto Ricans in New York. Great people, great people. No, I'm going to go help them. And he finally said he is going to go down there and visit. He just didn't want to get in the way earlier. Okay. Make of it what you will, but it doesn't seem like it's his top priority. Watch the Young Turks commercial-free, download it or stream it, watch it any way you like at tytnetwork.com/join.